Hello and welcome to MLB 20 Franchise Mode. I'm your host, the leader of New Blood Order, and I hope that you enjoyed the show. I don't remember how many episodes this is, but
Hi, I'm Justin Allegri, and this is your Wednesday edition of Inside the Show. Looking first at the American League East, the New York Yankees had 12 hits as a team as they took down the Tigers in Detroit 7-0. The Toronto Blue Jays allowed only 5 hits in the game as they took down...
Play next game. Full. Yeah. And this one. Because, well, alright, Rain. Replace. The player. And I'm gonna replace this for this and this for, well, this. Let's do this thing. Hold on. So, yeah. I hope that you are well there. We were
We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of Baseball on the Show. Ought to be a good one here between the New York Yankees and the Detroit Tigers. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. Stepping into the box, Tony Gwynn. And we are set for baseball here this evening. Now the 3-2 pitch. Swing and a liner, but foul. Coming down in buckets, cats and dogs, insert metaphor here, and the forecast is not showing any signs of relief.
Total agreement, Matt, in particular that pitcher's mound. You know, one of the things you have to really be careful, not just for the position players, but that mound gets awfully slippery and awfully wet when it becomes moist like it is right now. So the umpires are going to have to really pay attention to the conditions on the field. That's what you want your leadoff hitter to do every time. He wastes a lot of pitches, makes the pitcher work, then to cap it off, he drives one for a double. That might be one of the best at-bats we'll see all game long.
To the plate now, Miles Michaelis. Runner's on his way to third. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Martinez arranged to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the first out. Throw back to second, and that's a double play. Now at the plate, Matt Kemp, and he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. But this one will bend foul. Had plenty of distance, though, as it landed in the upper deck. And that's down into left center for a base hit. And this will find the wall out near the visitors' bullpen. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away.
Hey, D-Row, are you aware of this after that knock right there? That's an 11-game hitting streak. You think he knows it's at 11?
I think he knows exactly that it's at 11. It starts off innocent. You just want to get...
Hold on now. That ball is down and could score a run. And the runner at third will put the brakes on here as they didn't want to chance it even with 2 outs.
Dan, as a former pitcher, are you privy to this guy? I mean, he's been swinging the bat well. I know it's only April, but he's been using the entire field, staying line to line.
That's what makes it so hard as a pitcher.
There's a swing and a drive, and everybody's just going to sit back and watch that one fly. A no-doubt home run.
Yeah, he's looked pretty shaky from the first pitch, and things just kind of spiraled out of control from there. I think these guys smelled blood in the water, and they punctuated with a 3-run job and an early lead.
So the bases are clear now following the home run. And stepping in, the long ball threat, Trevor Story. So let's take a look at our umpiring crew in this one. Working the plate, Rusty Valentine.
Dan, Rusty Valentine behind the dish tonight.
Swing and a long drive again. This one to deep center. And it's out of here. Back-to-back 2-out home runs.
Well, if I was the manager, I would tell my pitchers to work around this guy. I mean, he's hit 3 home runs against them in this series. What more do they need to see? 4, 5? Jeez, enough is enough.
He swings and crushes it. Oh my, there is no doubt about this one. And they've done it again. Back-to-back-to-back home runs. So a solo shot here for Paul Konerko. Number 23 for him thus far. And that'll stake the Yankees to a 5-0 lead now. Swing and a drive. This one's deep to right. And this will be off the wall out near the 330 marker.
Boy, there's a long drive bullet off the wall right there, but the outfielder does a really good job, D-Row, of getting that one quickly and getting it back in to keep him at first for a long single.
Yeah, and also nice job by the base runner not there, not putting his head down, being over aggressive and getting thrown out at second base. He saw the play happening in front of him and put the brakes on and got back for a base hit.
Yeah, D-Row, I think he would have been toast if he tried to stretch that one into a double.
The right fielder,
Now here comes Ron Gardenhire up out of the dugout. And he's going to motion for his bullpen here. That'll do it for the starter tonight. So he'll depart most likely to a chorus of boos here, as he just didn't have it today, as he leaves without being able to finish an inning. Into the box now, Tony Gwynn. Robles there to put it away and finally put an end. So they really tee off here for 5 runs in the inning, thanks in large part to 3 big flies. Digging in now, Andre Dawson. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. And it's 2-1 to the Tigers' leadoff hitter. And as the Yankees get started here tonight, guys, got to be considered one of, if not the hottest team in baseball right now. Winners of 8 of their last 10 ball games.
What an opportunity to get a chance to put our eyeballs on one of the best teams in baseball right now. This team has played so well. Their manager has been on point. Every move he makes is working. Timely hitting, great defense, good bullpen. The starters have been on point. This is going to be special.
A moment now in Motown to check out the Tigers starting lineup. Who are you focused on, Dan Plesac?
Well, you have to be really impressed with what J.D. Martinez does for this offense. He had over 100 RBIs last year. That's the goal of every big hitter. If I can drive in 100, that means I had a good year, and I would say he had a pretty good year.
Now
Goes over to Konerko for out number 2.
Batting third, the third baseman.
Hit the other way out toward right field. Gwynn's under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Well, there is some weather in the Detroit area as we begin the second, and for more on that, here's Heidi.
Well, Matt, these conditions aren't really ideal for baseball right now, but I am hearing that they're expected to improve as the game progresses. The grounds crew told me between innings that the field's in good shape. They're going to continue to work on keeping it dry, but we should be in for more favorable weather later in the game.
Heidi, thanks. And Dero, I'll send this one to you. As an infielder, these are games that can really challenge a player.
At times, you have to stay focused, though. For me, a little dampness, a little rain, a little weather coming through might actually do the infield dirt a little good. Some guys like to keep it bone dry. I like it a little wet. Ball stays down.
So the base is empty here with one away. And coming up, the still dangerous outfielder, Matt Kemp. Is swung on and driven out to right center field. A ball that's well hit. He leaps, but he can't get it. It's down for extra bases. Around second. He's on his way to third. And he's in there at third with a one-out triple.
You take a look at this one as it flies into the gap. Both outfielders give it a chase, but they can't catch up to it. Next thing you know it, one hops the wall, and he's busting his hump around second on his way to third.
A bouncer up the middle. And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead. It's a 6-0 ball game.
You know who's the happiest man in the building right now? His starting pitcher. He's got a big old smile on his face. He knows he has a 6-run lead here in the early going to work with. You can't let that take away your edge, though.
At the plate, Joe Carter can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Mays leads off first with one away. This is in the air out to right field. Dawson's there. He's got it, and there are two down now.
Now back.
So a runner at first here with two gone in the inning. And in to hit next, the power-hitting shortstop, Trevor Story.
The last at bat, Matty V, we heard this guy's a good fastball hitter. He got a fastball that...
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is...
But yeah.
Here's J.D. Martinez, and they are squarely into chip-away mode, looking at a 6-0 deficit already in this one.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
Mays is there, and he has it for the first out.
Batting fifth, the first baseman.
All right, boys, let's take a look at how the Yankees are setting up on defense today. And let's focus our attention on shortstop Trevor Story. We get it, big-time power, but also adequate on the defensive side. Taking over after Troy Tulowitzki left couldn't be easy, and Trevor Story did a heck of a job.
So now to the plate, Don Mattingly. Now, oh my, this ball is crushed. Look at it go! And gone! An absolute bomb.
Yeah, they dug themselves quite a hole, but they say the first thing you need
to open.
One out, nobody on. Takes this the other way to right. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
No mistake what he was sitting on, looking for a dead red piece of cheese middle of the plate, and he didn't miss it.
Number 13.
Now at the plate, Reese McGuire. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. Runners on.
So now I'm putting that guy in the...
Here comes the Yankee manager now up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And a change is forthcoming, as that's going to do it for his starter here this evening. So as he departs, not exactly sure why he's getting the hook, as he's given up just one run, but nevertheless he's on his way to an early shower.
Batting eighth, the center fielder, Victor Robles.
Victor Robles digging in now, and he's hoping to get things going at the plate. It's been a bit of a struggle for him in recent games. Slider whiffed on for strike three. A great pitch to put an end to the inning. One for the Tigers, and it comes
6-1.
Welcome back. Here's Heidi Watney with a report as we get set for the top of the third. Heidi?
Matt, during the break, I caught up with the Yankees manager to discuss his thoughts on his team's offense. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. He said it's one of those games where everything has come together for his hitters. From their approach, to their swings, to the results. It's all working. One key indicator of that, 6 extra base hits to this point in the game.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks.
Let's do this.
Konerko awaits the 1-1. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Gone into the home bullpen for a home run. A solo shot here to left. His second home run of the game, as it's now a 6-run ball game. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Robinson Cano. He singled his last time up. He pulls this one into right, and Cano, don't you know, is going to reach. It's a base hit.
Dan, how hard is it to massage your way through such a deep lineup? I mean, even the 8, 9-hole hitters are solid big league players.
You know, Mark, these days you're not seeing a lot of defensive specialists in the infield or outfield. If you're in that starting lineup these days, there's a pretty good job you can swing the bat.
At the plate now, Ivan Herrera heading out towards shallow right. Into a slide, and he makes a great catch for the first out. Into the box now, Tony Gwynn. 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning. 1-1. Line softly toward the hole, but this is hauled in by the second baseman.
Now batting.
So coming to the plate, Miles Michaelis. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. He's set. Here comes the 1-1, and he fouls this one off. Fly ball out toward left center field. Giving chase is Robles, but he won't have a play. This is down and into the gap. And a relay home is in time, and he's cut down at the plate as they team up to gun him down. Yanks able to add on one more via the solo. Standing in now, Danny Mendick. Swing and a miss as he starts the third the same way he ended the second, with a punch out, 1 away.
Now batting.
So stepping in, Andre Dawson, 0 for 1 here in the early going. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And now here's a ball hit pretty well out toward right center field. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
Now batting.
Now at the plate, Ryan Sandberg. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Called strike 2. 2 out, nobody on. This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. And indeed it will. He throws him out at first, and the side. New inning set to get underway, and standing in is the DH, Matt Kemp.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent.
Hit high and deep out to left center field. Meanwhile here, this is going to be trouble out there in left center, as it ought to be good for extra bases. And he is into third with a triple, his 3rd hit of the night.
In most parks in the league, that would be a round tripper. I mean, he hits this thing probably more than 400 feet, but he'll have to be content with a triple. Has to feel good about the way he hit it, though.
Line toward the gap in left center. Boy, and call off the dogs already, as this is down for extra bases. He's in at second safely as a run will score on the play as well.
The left fielder.
The pitcher hadn't recovered from the sting of giving up a triple, and then he gets belted for a double. The lead grows, and the guy on the mound is probably wondering if his day is going to be ending soon.
Into the box, Joe Carter. High in the air out to center field. Robles waits on it. And that's the first out of the inning.
Up next for the Yankees, the shortstop.
Trevor Story steps in now. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. The 1-1. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Robles is there now, and he has it. 2 gone. And no tag at second. He'll head back there with 2 away now. Into the box, Paul Konerko. 2 home runs in 2 at-bats so far, and looking to add to that here. A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. Yankees strike for a run on the arm.
That is good.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and set to go as the third baseman, Joe Torre. Popped him up. Cano waits on it. 1 away.
Now batting, the left fielder.
And that'll bring up J.D. Martinez. Lifetime numbers against Ken Giles. A number of meetings, he's 1 for 7. Throws over to Konerko for out number 2.
The first baseman, number 23, John Mattingly.
Lifted down the line in left. And they can't run it down.
Let's put that another guy in.
David Hernandez is into the ball game now as he'll make his 5th appearance of the season here.
Number 30.
And he pops it up, but this will land untouched. The 1-2. This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. And indeed it will. He throws him out at first, and the side is retired. Jacob Barnes gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys. That's softly hit to right. Will that get down? Sandberg backs up a bit, and he takes charge for the first out. Final line there for the Detroit starting pitcher. Not the night he or his club were hoping for.
One of the tough things to do when you're trying to have a good pitching performance is keep the ball in the ballpark. He was filling up the strike zone, but he did allow 2 home runs.
Liner towards second, but this is going to be hauled in out there at second base for out number 2.
Now batting, the right fielder, Tony Gwynn.
So back to the top of the Yankee order. Digging in, Tony Gwynn. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. This is pulled into right. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. Throw into second. The tag, and they'll get him at second. And with that, the side is retired. So no. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. I talked with Tigers manager Ron Gardenhire during the break about the team's offensive performance so far. And he told me he feels like they're being too patient at the plate right now. He said the problem is they're allowing themselves to fall behind in the count way too often, which is forcing them to constantly be in protect mode and swing at bad pitches. A lot of their outs have come from at-bats where they've fallen behind, so the focus going forward needs to be about being the aggressor early in the at-bats.
Thank you, Heidi. Lofted in the air out to right field. Gwynn is over a few steps as he puts it away for the first out.
Now batting.
Now in the box, Reese McGuire. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout. 1-2 to the Tigers catcher. Hernandez, a former Cincinnati Red. He became a member of this team after signing as a free agent earlier this season.
Yeah, I know he expected to get a longer-term deal, but these are the facts right now. He is on a 1-year deal, and he is going to have to produce if he is going to get that multi-year he's been looking for come off season.
The batter, the center fielder, Victor Robles.
In now, Victor Robles looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. 1 run, 2 hits, and no errors in the ball game for the Tigers. High in the air out to center field. Mays will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. All set for the start of the inning, and that'll give way to the third baseman, Miles Michaelis. Boy, good cutting action to that pitch as that's the first out of the inning. Coming to the plate now, Matt Kemp trying to keep it going. A perfect 3 for 3 thus far. And it's fouled away. Here now the 2-2. And solid contact there as this ball is belted high in the air out to left. And it's gone as they add still another. These guys are really putting on a show here. That dinger brings the total up to 5 for the game so far. Amazing stuff today, guys.
Yeah, Matty V. How about this?
Swung on, and this one's driven in the air as well to deep right field. And that is off the wall. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Wow, when you're swinging the bat like he is, you want the game to go to extra so you can get some more ABs. That's his 3rd hit of the game, and his swing just keeps getting better and better. Almost hit that one out.
High in the air, carrying well out to deep center. Robles looking up. Gone! Guys, you believe what we're seeing here today? With 6 home runs so far, this lineup is turning in a performance for the ages at the plate.
Yeah, Matty B. You don't see this very often, D-Row, when it's cold and chilly like this. Wind blowing in a little bit, but we're still seeing a lot of home runs.
Yeah, Dan, I can't explain it. Let's just tip our hats to both offenses right now because they came to play. Moving traffic against this cold weather, not easy to do.
Paul Konerko will stand in again as we flash you back to the early stages of this ball game. There were fans still finding their seats as he launched his 2nd home run of the game as he was off to a fast start indeed. Throw in time, and the side is retired.
But still, I'm winning by a lot.
Bottom of the inning now, and stepping up as the shortstop, Danny Mendick. Popped straight up. Hernandez over to his right. But it's the catcher that gets there to haul it in. And there's 1 away now.
The right fielder,
Stand.
I put someone else.
Andre Johnson.
Kyle Bearclaw, a right-handed reliever, standing 6'3", gets the ball now out of the bullpen. Fouled off. The 1-2. This is line to left. This will hang up just long enough to be run down in shallow left for a tough 2nd out.
The batter, the 2nd baseman.
Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a ball lifted in the air toward the line and right. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that. So Robinson Cano will grab a bat next. And he turns on one, sending it high and deep to right. Racing back, the right fielder. Gone! So batting practice continues here today as they notch their 7th home run of the game.
Yeah, Matty V. And hey, you don't see this very often, D-Row. A lot of runs scored and a lot of home runs. This is a big ballpark here, Comerica Ballpark in Detroit.
Yeah, Dan, it's interesting. You walk in, and at first glance, Comerica Park doesn't look like it plays that small. But then you do the advanced stats on it. A lot of guys going deep in this yard.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Line toward the gap in left center. In there, a base hit. The relay, and the throw will go to second as they get to force out.
Now batting, the 3rd baseman.
Now to the plate, Miles Michaelis. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Sometimes you just got to tip your cap to the guy on the mound. He's getting paid to try and get you out as well. Anytime it gets up there north of 7, 8 pitch ABs, sometimes it just comes down to pure execution. Let's see if he makes the adjustment right here.
Now batting.
Making his way to the plate, Matt Kemp. And he's got the tough ones out of the way. Only a single, and he'll have the cycle.
Yeah, Matt, that last at-bat, that was a pretty good pitch. A fastball down and away that he went out and hooked and pulled it. So if I'm on the mound right now, I'm going to have to think about throwing one up and in.
And they're not going to get him. He's in there at the plate.
Yeah, Matt, hard to stay focused on the game when the score is this far out of hand, especially when you're on the losing side of it. Even as broadcasters, it can be a little bit challenging to stay fully dialed in.
Stepping in now, Willie Mays. Hard liner, but picked up on a hop. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Luke Jackson gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home seventh.
Number 77.
So striding forward now, Joe Torre. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
And here's a slider. Strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
Now batting.
Settling in now, J.D. Martinez. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. And it's off the wall in front of the bullpen. Around second now, and they still haven't flagged this one down. And he's in there at third with a 1-out triple.
Anytime the ball is hit that hard to deep center, you know it's going to be a tough play. The center fielder gives chase, but it ends up coming off the wall, and by that time, you knew it was going to be a triple.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. And this is into the alley and ought to be good for extra bases. The runner from third comes across to score as they try and chip away at the deficit. And he's in safely at third. As also on the play, a run comes across to score. In now, J.D. Davis.
Wow, with 1 out, and he punches up with an RBI triple.
And the runner from third scores as they try to work their way back into this one.
No, you try and execute a pitch, Dan. I'll leave you to answer that. But right there as a batter, you see the infield back. You take everything, all the variables into consideration. You're not trying to do too much. Anything on the ground that stays off the corners gets you an RBI. Now mix in the fact that it found the hole, and he's got a knock to go with it.
You know, it's so frustrating as a pitcher, D-Road. You think what you make is a good pitch. Infield playing back, a ball is able to sneak through.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will... Ready to begin the 8th, and coming forward the veteran outfielder Joe Carter.
This guy's having a pretty good week so far in one game. His last at bat is second home run of the game. We'll see if they'll pitch him a little bit more carefully in this AB.
Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8. And that brings in the power-hitting shortstop Trevor Story. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. Lined hard toward right center. And that's into the gap and should be extra bases. This will kick up against the wall now. And he'll pull into second with 1 away.
Well, he was definitely struggling coming into this one, but I think we could say that cold streak is officially over. That's his second hit of the game, and it goes for extra bases. We'll see now if this game proves to be a huge turning point for him.
Into the box now, Paul Konerko. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. And he can't track it down. A base hit. And he is into second with a double, his 3rd hit of the night.
Now batting, the second baseman, Robinson Cano.
At the plate now, Robinson Cano hit hard on the ground to second, and that is into right field, a base hit. And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead.
Boy, talk about having a day, D-Road. He gets his 4th knock of the game, but mixed in with one of those 4 was a round tripper. Not a bad day.
Yeah, you have 5, maybe a handful of games that you can throw out 4 knocks throughout the course of the year. Add in a tater to go with it. He's smiling. His food's going to taste better tonight.
The 1-2 pitch. That lands fouled, and he's down on strikes for the second out of the inning. As we head toward a conclusion in this one, I think it's fair to say that it's going to be a long time before you see a team perform like this again at the plate.
Yeah, the ability of this lineup to hit that many home runs, I mean, strewn through.
And the center fielder is under it to make the catch. Bottom of inning number 8 set to go, and coming forward now is the shortstop, Danny Mendick. Oh, right back to him on the mound, and he'll flip on to first to record the out. Now batting, Andre Dawson. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. This is in the air out to right field. Gwynn is there, 2 down.
Now batting, the second baseman.
1-1.
Ryan.
High in the air down the right field line. And foul. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Hit hard on the ground towards second. And this will get through into right. And he's aboard with a single.
You don't see that too much in today's game. Most guys, it doesn't.
Now batting, the third baseman.
Justin Anderson takes over here with the runner at first and 2 gone in the inning. Count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. Lots of possible outcomes on this pitch.
And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is digging in to try it again. Miles Michaelis. It was a fly out for him in his last trip. The 1-1 lifted in the air out towards left center. Martinez has a read on it, looks it into his glove, and there's 1 gone.
Now batting.
In now is the Yankees DH, Matt Kemp, and he'll be trying to replicate that home run swing that he took back in inning number 6. A swing and a shot hit down the corner, and it's a foul ball. He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. Striding in and working on a terrific performance in this one, Willie Mays. And we'll see if he can put together a rare 5-hit performance here. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Robles is going to have room out there as he puts this away to 1, 2, 3 go the Bombers. But you can forgive them as they still hold an enormous lead. 2-1. Anderson, a 27-year-old, he was selected in the 19th round during the 2020 draft.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off to him.
Hit high and deep out to left center field. A ball that's carrying. A leap, but he can't get it. It's off the wall. And it's gone. Standing in now, Don Mattingly. Lifted in the air out to center field. Long run for the center fielder. He's there and records the first out.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Scooped up. On to first, and they're an out away. 2 gone here in the 9th. Next for the Tigers, Reese McGuire. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. And there's his first base hit in this one.
Sometimes you need a little luck. Sometimes you need to get a ground ball with eyes. And that's exactly what happened right there.
At the plate, Victor Robles. And this ball swung on and hit to center field. And this should do it. He brings it in, and the Yankees have run their winning streak to 5 in a row now as this ball game is over.
Man, they came in here with a mission, and that mission is almost complete. They've won the first 3 games of this series and would love to seal the road sweep with a victory tomorrow.
14 to...
Yeah. Well. Matt Kemp was player of the game, and see you guys.